guys, Yoshidoro here. Welcome to the defense of Reesie the Axew. So yeah, this is gonna be sort of like a rant, and it's also gonna be defense, like, you know, the title. So, without further ado, let's get right into this. So, I'll be, ranting on this specific video. It's the video that I said was 44 minutes long. So, well, I'm gonna be ranting practically the entire thing. I'll try. So, here we go.
So apparently there's a really bad video, according to friends. Apparently they're, like, baiting people into this ridiculous video, and I probably should look at it, because it's just so bad, apparently. Okay, the name already gives off a bad sign. Why would you pretend? Why would you roleplay? Like, seriously.
Okay, first off, you probably don't have any friends. And these friends that are recommending you this video to watch, they're probably just fucking losers that sit on the couch drinking beer. Okay? Are you dumb? And seriously, the title says bad for a reason. If you couldn't tell, it's a fucking joke. If you're so good at seeing everybody's flaws, then why don't you fucking pay attention and see that it's a joke? Okay?
Anyway, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe this video has some. Well, okay, it's already a watermark for the video. Okay, that's great.
Okay, get to the fucking point. Stop your goddamn stuttering. Alright, it's taking forever for me to understand what the hell you are saying. You're like, shut the fuck up. Actually, get to the point.
That's a great sign.
I hate the Explorers games.
You have a really bad mic, by the way. Also, clearly they sound like a kid. I don't know, like, what? Apparently, according to the source, they're like 19. They do not sound 19.
Okay, yes, she is 19. May not sound like it, but she is 19. Okay, nobody gives a shit about what you think her age is, okay? She is 19, she told you, the source, okay? There, you got it? Okay, she's fucking 19. So stop saying, oh, she is a lighter voice, that means she's younger, alright? What the fuck is wrong with you? Come on.
Also, apparently, according to them, they've played hypocrite in the comments, which I'll look at later, because apparently they're, like, really good or something.
I like how you're saying that she's acting like she's so good. No, she is not. Yes, she might have some flaws, but come on, she's not trying to act like a perfect being. Like, what the fuck?
But it's in text. I think people can still refute that if it's in text. Because, mind you, we've all played this game.
She's pointing out that the rest of it is in text. Yes, the beginning of it was in text, but some videos don't have the entire thing text. They just have the beginning text. So how about you use some common sense and think for once, huh? And also, I like how you said, oh, we've all played this game. No, I've never played this game, okay? Not everybody has played this game. And that's going to be a huge problem in this rant, but I'll try to do my best to work around it.
Overused and cliche. Well, being inherently cliche doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. There are plenty of things, actually, that are cliches. In fact, Mario is a cliche, yet that still has stood the test of time. You can argue that all you like. Being inherently cliche does not mean it's a bad thing. Especially, considering the game was released in 2008-9. Like, by that point, anime was barely a thing. Like, it was a thing, but it wasn't. It wasn't as crazy as it is today.
Well, yes, being cliche sometimes is okay. But come on, if something is unoriginal and it's just not like, just reused. Like, what's the point? It doesn't make it any better. It makes it worse to be, in fact, it makes it worse. So, I mean, come on. Really? And yes, anime was a thing in 2008 and 9. Like, come on, what the fuck? And I know you just said it's a bigger thing now, but seriously, it did exist. Like, holy fuck. Are you dumb?
The characters have no personality.
Wow, an amazing sentence from you. It's literally just silence. What the fuck? Say something.
I struggle to find an example where this has any merit, because Chadot has a lot of personality in the game. You're supposed to hate him. I mean, if you weren't, he wouldn't have the personality he does. I'm pretty sure Wigglytuff does as well. I'll agree, the guild members are pretty samey, but to say a lot of the major characters don't have personality is a bit of a what the hell is going on here.
I'll tell you what the hell is going on here. You're not allowing somebody to have a fucking opinion. And you even said it right then and there. The one characters or whatever, they are kind of samey. You literally just said that. So, yeah, they're the same. Some of them are the same, and they barely have personality.
The partner is horrible. They don't care about you, only about themselves. There's multiple points in the story where I can point to where they do care about you. They stick by you when you run through the future, and why do I even need to point to examples? They stay with you throughout the whole game. If they only cared about themselves, they wouldn't even bother pairing up with you.
Okay, you only gave one example, and then you fucking try to not give any examples and put it off the hook by saying, why do I even have to say any of this? Or why should I give an example? Like, come on. That's just being lazy. You're not even trying here.
The graphics are what are these opinions? Like, my god, it's not even the fact that you don't like it. It's like, what the heck? You can't say anything beyond like what I would say at like 5 for an opinion on something. It's like you can only say a word with an adjective. Can you at least like point to examples or something?
Nobody gives a shit what you could say at 5. Okay, she does not need to back up her opinion, because it's her opinion and it's not required, you genius. So how about you fuck off?
Because like the 3D games have like this immense spacing problem where I'll see if I can give a screenshot on the screen right now. Like, here's like a screenshot of the grid. There's a lot of square spot where the Pokemon aren't, whereas you'll look at the older games and like the Pokemon almost fit perfectly in the square. And that, like, not only that, like the sprites have lots of animation. I'll just put up one sprite sheet here from Spriter's resource, because they had to have a lot of animation to be enticing and have personality. And it's a bit, and they were animated pretty quickly. The newer games tends to be the idle animation or an attack animation, but it feels a bit jank. I don't know how I can really describe it.
Throwing up a picture of a sprite sheet and saying that they were made quickly and that the spaces of where they were at, that is not proving that the graphics are even good. Okay, that's just saying a simple thing and showing a simple thing. So, actually give details about how it looks instead of saying, oh, the square doesn't fit the Pokemon. Like, come on.
The music is very forgettable, especially Don't Ever Forget. well, that's its Japanese name. The English name is I Don't Want to Say Goodbye. But what about the music is particularly forgettable? I've played Super. I haven't played Gates. I've played Super. Super sounded a bit weird, and I can attribute this probably to the fact that the music in Super Mystery Dungeon was streamed audio, in that you're technically playing a compressed music file through the 3DS. Meanwhile, the DS and GBA to an extent, by extension, had to use specific... I'll use the term MIDI, but I don't think that's correct. They had to... It sounds a lot more cleaner because it's coming from the hardware itself rather than a file, if that makes any sense.
Okay, at this point you're fucking talking about the sound quality. She's not fucking saying about the quality. The actual music is what matters here. So, come on. What are you trying to fucking say? This is so confusing. You make no sense. It doesn't matter the quality. It should be... It's forgettable, okay?
Of course, both of which are subjective, but can you point to examples as to why this is? I'm seeing these, and it's just a sentence with a statement. It's like, what the hell?
Okay, yes, they are sentences with statements, but they're reasons. There's no need to back it up if it's just saying her opinion. So, come on, shut the fuck up. Let people have an opinion. They don't need to be forced to back up their opinions. Like, what the fuck? It's just saying it, like...
The gameplay is awful. Apparently, according to the source, they care about Gates and Super, which, again, I haven't played Gates, but judging by Super, which was very probably heavily based off of Gates' engine due to the fact it was newer, the games basically play the same. If you are saying the gameplay is awful here, then that means you hate the newer games. What?
Just because something uses the same engine, the two games, there's still probably a big difference in the gameplay. Just because they use the same newer type of engine does not make the gameplay exactly the same. There has to be a difference.
The guild is annoying, especially Wigglytuff. What? Again, I agree. I said before, their verbal text can get annoying when they say the same statements over and over to try and emulate a personality, like Sunflora saying, "Oh my gosh," even in her diary, which is a bit awkward, and like Bidoof saying stuff like golly and stuff like that. I'll agree, their verbal tics are annoying, and they do seem very samey, albeit a few exceptions. Loudred, right, yeah, Corfish was another one with a verbal tics I kept forgetting, but Loudred wakes you up every morning, so he has to have some personality. There's, Diglett, and then, again, the main characters of the guild, really, Chatot and Wigglytuff. And in terms of Wigglytuff, like, there's a couple scenes in the story where he's not really what you see. I mean, why the hell else would he get a special episode in Sky to develop specifically on his childhood if this wasn't true? What of it? The expedition scene, spoilers, the whole thing is spoilers. There's a point where the so-called evil team, they're like the lackeys, the meanies of explorers, but they like corner him at one point during the expedition, and it's implied like a couple scenes later that Wigglytuff beat them up and basically left them to die, which is one of the most brutal things to happen in the entire game, but clearly you don't heck with Wigglytuff. Especially when he's just silent during these scenes where you're expositing about how you're gonna go stop Grovyle and such, and then he just goes at the end, "You have to stop whatever it is you're stopping," and clearly he was listening. It's just that he doesn't want to say much, and his contribution to a particular discussion is minute but there. So, to not see that, I don't see why you can't really... I mean, it's like a slightly more developed version of Ampharos from the Super. It's just Wigglytuff isn't clumsy and he shows personality by not speaking much. Does that help explain something?
Oh my god, this is taking forever. Seriously, I'm getting sick of your fucking voice. And yeah, let's get to the point here. Just because they're trying to emulate personalities by saying so much, it doesn't make it any more... It does not make it any much less annoying, because it's still fucking annoying you. Like, come on, it's so annoying. And this is just being so dragged out. That was like fucking almost 2 or 3 minutes of you just talking about the same thing. Like, oh my god, this is really pissing me off here.
Also, Cyberlink by Power Director. Like, could you not use Windows Live Movie Maker at the very least to just put in some text events? I'm pretty sure people don't take these things with watermarks very seriously. I mean, what the hell? People mock unregistered Hypercam 2 for a reason.
At this point, you are just trying to look for excuses to make fun of Reesie. Okay, just because there's a fucking watermark there does not make it that it's completely a joke. Okay, yes, it is sort of a joke, but so what if there's a fucking watermark? There can be a watermark there if she wants it there. There's no way to remove it unless you, like, buy it or something. So, just, come on, leave her alone. There's no reason to be fucking ranting at her because there's a fucking watermark. Not even I do that to people. Not even I do that, and I'm like a fucking brick.
Okay, Bidoof and Shadow. Shadow is meant to be hated because by the end of the story you're meant to like him because of the scene near the end where he shields you. It's meant to be a surprise. You're meant to build up to that point. It's like they deliberately probably put in the Apple Woods he wouldn't listen to you spiel, so then you would deliberately have a distaste for him, so that when you get to the scene where he defends you, it's suddenly, oh crap, why did he do that? Doesn't he hate our guts? But he doesn't. He clearly doesn't. He demonstrates that by shielding you at the end and hoping you will succeed. And Bidoof's only meant to be like a level above you. What?
This brings me back to a point Reesie made earlier, saying that it was cliche and unoriginal, right? So, this is basically in basic, like, shows and games and all the time. Oh, there's an antagonist, and then at the end he becomes a protagonist. I guess that's what you're saying or whatever. That is not, like, original. Okay? I know you're trying to act like it is, but holy fuck, it's not at all.
Since the partner doesn't care about... What? You clearly weren't paying attention, or you weren't playing the same game, because the scene literally says in text, I don't know what I would do without you. From the partner's words. I'll obviously get a screenshot to show off proof, but...
just me, or does anybody agree that that was not a montage? That was just you fucking sticking some garbage music in the background and then playing a few screenshots of the game. I mean, come on. They're just random, they're just words they're saying, and you acting like it's sad. Yeah, they obviously have meaning, but come on. So half the time they're just stupid words. It's so cringe sometimes that I want to fucking kill myself. Okay? Oh my god. That was fucking, like, so long. It took forever. Come on, you get to the point. You don't need to fucking show off a montage.
You were either asleep or you weren't paying attention, because they very clearly said that. So that very much proves the opposite.
Well, first of all, how would Reesie play the game, progress through the game, if she was asleep? Does that make sense? And also, I'm obviously awake, and I just saw that montage. It did not make me sad at all. It was just, come on. Seriously, I was not asleep, and I am not sad. How dare Reesie have an opinion, thinking it's not sad?
Also, you're not really leaving per se. Again, this really shows you weren't paying attention. The story of Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky, you're from the future, and you're changing that future. So by changing that future, you wouldn't exist, essentially. The events that would have led to your existence wouldn't happen, therefore you simply wouldn't exist. You're not going back to your world like the other 3 games. You literally die.
Okay, I basically had no idea what the fuck that was. Seriously, I get so confused with time travel. Like, god, timelines and stuff. That's so fucking confusing. I'm not even gonna comment on this. It's just, oh my god, make more sense, please, bitch.
I could probably list like 500 examples of this throughout the entire story. But again, you must have been asleep or something, because again, you were happy to leave. Leave is not the correct word to use with this game.
The reason is simple. Why you are not giving examples of why it's so sad, alright, or emotional. It's because you can't find them. There is none. Alright? You're just pulling out excuses out of your ass. Oh my god. And leave. It's just another word for it. Come on. Does it fucking matter which specific word it is? Shut the fuck up, you cunt.
Well, you have to kind of... obviously, in a Pokemon game, you're not going to speak a lot. There's a lot of instances where a partner or something will speak for you in some circumstances. And in some cases, they have to, because, well, obviously, they have to respond to certain quips in the story and that. And the player can't say something the actual player can't mean, because that would create a disconnect. The only reason that by the end they do speak aloud is because at that point you really are supposed to feel a connection between these 2 characters, so they really want to hammer it in. But throughout a lot of the story, you're not speaking because you need to really form your own opinion about what's going on.
More and more sorry-ass fucking piece of shit goddamn excuses. Alright, the matter of fact is, the partner does not shut the fuck up. Plain and simple. Right in your goddamn face.
They don't stop saying it, but doesn't this contradict your previous point about the partner not caring about you? What? Why would they say your name constantly if it didn't mean anything? What? Okay, I see why they were linking this to me now. This is just plain stupid.
Just because they are saying your name a lot near the end of the game does not mean they care about you. So, right now, if I were to be saying your name a lot, that would not mean I am caring about you. I am fucking hating you. So, what are you saying here, bitch?
They praise you. Doesn't... Ad repeatum, or whatever. Like, that literally proves my darn point. They praise you like the most important being. Flip that around, boy. Literally. That proves my point. That they care about you. So why are you putting this as some sort of negative? This proves my point more than yours.
Oh, now we gotta celebrate because you actually said something that made sense. Okay, shut up. Shut the fuck up.
They're also what? And again, being inherently cliche does not mean it's bad. Especially, nothing in this world is original anymore, I'm pretty sure. And that goes for Gates and Supers' story, and Explorers. Like, that doesn't even just go to PMD, that's just everything. Oh my god, I was linked a gold.
So you're telling me that everything is not original, everything's unoriginal. Okay, I want to throw a fucking example out here. So I created a character named Axew, and I'll throw a screenshot right up now. This is what he looks like. Don't tell me that somebody else in the world had the exact same character design, exactly like that, in the same name called Axew, spelled E-X-O-Y. Do not fucking tell me that, okay? So, not everything in the world is unoriginal. What the fuck are you thinking, idiot?
The final boss is just Dialga with a red gem on his chest and red and orange stripes around him. The final boss of Gates and Super are spheres with gas emanating out of them. In Gates' case, it's a snowflake, but it's still an object with gas emanating out of it, signaling negative feelings. And
okay, what? I like how you're trying to act like it's a good thing that these things are unoriginal. Even though Reesie just said that the boss is unoriginal, it's just basically a palette swap. So, what are you trying to say here?
Both stories are about all the Pokemon coming together to stop it, actually, because that's also an overused cliche. Nothing about that is inherently worse than the other one. Dialga with a red gem on his chest and orange stripes about him. The fact that it's another Pokemon, that it's another being, that it's another Pokemon you're actually fighting, though, does make it a little bit more interesting because there's a conflict going on between the denizens of this world instead of pretending like there's a hive mind, like in Super's case, which felt really awkward around the game's climax where every Pokemon is just there and you've only had, like, interactions with about 20 of them, minimally, by that point. So it's like, what the heck? Why are they all here now? It's to distract attention away from the lackluster beginning, which drags so long, it's ridiculous. But, like, it loses a lot of weight because a lot of these Pokemon don't mean anything to the player. There's kind of a reason why, even though they said the future was in danger, they only focused on, like, a specific few amount of characters because you're supposed to care about these characters more than the others. What?
The part where you said the story drags on or whatever, when you said that, my brain practically imploded because you won't shut the fuck up or get to the point. You are dragging this on. And I really don't care how many fucking characters you meet. It's fucking absurd and pathetic what you are saying here. Like, how long are you gonna drag it on?
And if you want to go even further, the final boss of Red and Blue Rescue Team wasn't even Dialga with a red gem on it. Well, it wasn't even Dialga, but I'm not really putting that as an example. But it was just literally Rayquaza. Literally Rayquaza. No, nothing else, just Rayquaza. And so, but there's still conflict going on because you're not really happy-go-lucky with, like, the hundreds of other Pokemon out there. Like, we're just pretending they're just all fine and dandy, except for the ones when the plot demands it. Nuzleaf.
Okay, 2 times in a row you fucking drag this shit on. Get to the goddamn point. You're not impressing me here. You're not impressing anybody. Nobody cares what the plot is about. Or the bosses. They're unoriginal. So what the fuck?
Wow! How original!
How? What? Original? Again, I repeat the point about the fact that you're facing a literal sphere and snowflake with gas emanating out of them. That's original.
Okay, how the fuck is that original? If you didn't notice, it's called sarcasm. That's why it said, how original, and it said, so amazing. Not. Okay, do you not know what sarcasm is? And then you fucking call a ball with gas. Or a snowflake with gas. Original. What the fuck?
Counterpoint. Holy shit, what? This is the logic a 6-year-old comes with when they can't even articulate their opinions properly. What, even? 0? You can't find any redeeming factors whatsoever? Like, there's a lot I wouldn't find pleasant about Gates, but I wouldn't rate Gates a 0. I mean, I haven't played it, but, like, from a lot of discussions and such, and what I've seen of it, the story is at least fine, and the fact that you can choose your Pokemon at the beginning is a bit of an improvement. I mean, super improved on both of these things. Well, the story I'll debate, but the fact that you could also have the quiz and choose your Pokemon, I mean, that's something like people on fan forum discussions suggested, and it finally came to be a thing. So they obviously improved on that, so people don't really have an issue. What? I'm pretty sure most people who would be, like, reviewing Gates wouldn't even give Gates, well, wouldn't even give Gates this, because it's nowhere near deserving of a 0. You're just as bad as IGN.
So what if she rates it 0 out of 10? It's her opinion, and you expressed your opinion just now. You said, I don't think it's nowhere deserving of a 0. You said there could be some redeeming factors. That's your opinion. You are entitled to have that opinion. I am not bashing you for that opinion. But the problem is, you're bashing her for her opinion. It's like you're acting like she's not allowed to put a 0 out of 10. So what? Like, you just you're being fucking hypocritical here. What the hell do you think you're doing? Oh my god, you just pissed me off. Like, you even said, like, you just said, I think it's nowhere deserving of a 0 out of 10. That's your opinion. So, let her have an opinion, you genius. Fucking A.
Apparently the kid also apparently said the same thing to various people who actually liked EOS's Explorers of Sky's story more, apparently. So let's actually view that, by the way, before I do so. There we go.
Wow, good job making a fucking mistake. You said, let's view this video, shall we? View? Don't you mean fucking dislike? Because that's exactly what you proceeded to do after you said view it. Are you reviewing it right now? What the fuck? How dumb can you be? Pay attention. Okay, so, if you did watch the video before, there actually is, like, I don't know, like 20 more minutes of the video that the person made, but it's literally just looking at comments and replying and stuff, and this video is, like, pretty long so far, so, you know, I'm not gonna spend 44 minutes trying to do this, so I guess I'll be ending it right about now, okay? And, yeah. This rant was pretty long, so, yeah, I'm about to end it. I just want to tell this person, fuck off, stop hating Reesie, and, yeah, have a great day. Well, justice for Reesie. Hashtag justice for Reesie. So, yeah. Well, this is Yoshi4, signing off. Bye.